All right, hi everyone, and good morning. My name is Mona, and I am the Communications Coordinator for MBEC, and welcome everyone to today's webinar on how to use TikTok for your small business. So today's session is brought to you by the City of Mississauga and presented by the Mississauga Business Entrepreneur Center. MBEC is a part of the City of Mississauga's Economic Development Office. We are your central source for information and guidance for small business owners and entrepreneurs. If you'd like to connect with us, check us out at mississauga.ca/MBEC. So before we start off today, I will be reading our land acknowledgement. So we acknowledge the lands which constitute the present-day City of Mississauga as part of the treaty lands and traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, the Seneca and Atawanderon, and wider Haudenosaunee and the Ojibwe nations within the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Huron-Wendat, and all other people who inhabited these lands since time immemorial. The City of Mississauga is home to First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. As a municipality, the City of Mississauga is actively working towards reconciliation by continuing to strengthen our relationship with Indigenous communities. We formally recognize the Anishinaabe origins of our name and continue to make Mississauga a safe space for all Indigenous peoples. So a bit more about MBEC. Again, we are your central source for small business information, resources, and guidance. We are currently providing our support and services remotely, and our hours are from Monday to Friday from 9 to 5. We support with free business information and guidance, webinars and workshops, resources and tools, training and mentorship programs, as well as entrepreneurship programs. More information, again, can be found at mississauga.ca/MBEC. To view past webinars, such as this one with similar topics in digital marketing, feel free to visit us at thefutureisunlimited.ca/small business/training webinars and workshops. Our team of consultants is here to help. So we have John Lamb, who is our entrepreneurship and innovation specialist, as well as Susan Lovelace, who is our small business consultant here at MBEC. Their contact information can be found on the slide. Some more contact information for MBEC. You are able to reach us at through our email at mbec@mississauga.ca, through our phone number 905-615-4460, as well as our website mississauga.ca/MBEC. We are also on social media at Mississauga EDO on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So a bit more about some of our programs and services that we do offer. So we offer our business advisory services, which are, again, also provided remotely. So some services include our legal services, accounting services, business operations, sales strategies, digital marketing, as well as our scale-up services. More information on the business advisory program can be found at thefutureisunlimited.ca/business advisory. We also offer our Start a Company Plus program. Applications for this program this year do open up in July 2022. This program consists of free training and business skills development, free mentorship and guidance, as well as the opportunity to apply for a program grant of up to $5,000. More information can be found at mississauga.ca/startercompanyplus, or feel free to sign up for our newsletter to be informed of when the applications will be opening up this year. Another program we offer is the Summer Company Program. So this program is designed for those 15 to 29 years old who have a business idea. The Summer Company Program can help you launch and develop your own summer business through free business training, mentorship, and the opportunity to receive a grant of up to $3,000 to help get your business started. Again, this application does open up in March 2022, and more information can be found at mississauga.ca/young entrepreneurs. If you'd like to be informed earlier of the application start date, I would recommend, again, signing up for our newsletter. So at this time, I will hand it over to Sahana, who is our DMS project coordinator.
Thank you, Mona. And as Mona mentioned, my name is Sahana, and I am the Digital Main Street Project Coordinator. And here with me today, our presenter is Emanuela Ocon, who is our Digital Service Squad member, and a little bit about the Digital Main Street program. So the Digital Main Street program is designed for brick and mortar small businesses located in City of Mississauga, and our Digital Main Street Our Digital Service Squad members provide free digital assessment of your business, help to enhance your online business presence, and provide free one-on-one guidance, resources, and recommendation on growing digitally. So if you are interested in applying for this program, please visit us at mississauga.ca/digital main street, and you'll be able to find a sign-up form on the website. And for our upcoming webinars, we have 2 more webinars left in our digital mini marketing series. So we have how to use MailChimp on January 26th and how to optimize Google My Business on February 2nd. So if you are interested in signing up for these 2 webinars, please visit thefuturesunlimited.ca/smallbusiness/training webinars and workshops. And lastly, a few reminders for today's session. Audio is available for speakers and panelists only. Camera display is available for speaker and panelists only. This session is being recorded and available after today's session. Please use the chat area to offer comments and ask questions. Please put to all panelists. And lastly, today's presentation, resources, and a feedback survey will be emailed to attendees following today's session. So without further ado, I know everyone's excited to be hearing today about today's topic on how to use TikTok. So I'll hand it over to Manuela.
Thank you so much for that, Sahana. Hi, everyone. So today we'll be talking about how to leverage TikTok for your business. So I'll just be sharing my screen right now. Good morning, everyone. So today we'll be talking about how you can leverage TikTok for your small business. My name is Emanuela Okon, and I am the Digital Service Squad member for the Cooksville area. So today we'll be talking about how you can leverage TikTok for your small business. And also a fun fact about me is I do run my own small business and I have seen the impact TikTok has. So this presentation will be very exciting today. So for this presentation, we'll be going over 4 key points. So we'll be talking about why TikTok is important for your small business, how to optimize your TikTok account, TikTok content ideas suitable for your business, 3 E's to consider when promoting your business on TikTok, plus key takeaways. And at the end of this presentation, we'll also be having a live demo of how to actually navigate around the TikTok platform using your iPhone or any other device you may have. So first of all, why TikTok? I'm sure most of you might be wondering, there's so many other social media platforms you can use to promote your small business, but why should you implement TikTok into your marketing strategy? So it's important to know that TikTok is the leading destination for short-form mobile view. And this was taken from an article from Forbes. So this just goes to show you that yes, TikTok is a platform that prioritizes the use of short-form videos, because as human beings, we all know that human beings do have a short attention span. So it's very important that as a small business, you are communicating the purpose of your business or your brand in a short amount of time. So this way you can grab the attentions of your potential customer. Another thing is, according to a leaked TikTok deck, the average user opens the app 19 times per day. And this article is from HubSpot, and it's a recent article. This just goes to show you that a lot of consumers, a lot of people are actively using the TikTok platform, and most likely, if you're not using the TikTok platform, you are neglecting a certain target audience. So it's important that you integrate TikTok into your marketing strategy, just because it's a platform filled with different types of people, and most likely your target customer or your potential customer is on the TikTok platform. Here is another stat we have. So it says that there are about 1 billion monthly active users on the TikTok platform. This particular stat was taken out as of July 2020 to September 2021. It says that there has been a 45% growth rate of monthly users compared to the figure of 689 million active users in July 2020. So this just goes to show that at July 2020, the stat read as 689 million, but as of September 2021, it says 1 billion monthly active users, and now we're in 2022, and I'm sure as opposed to September 2021 and now that is 2022, the monthly active user amount must have increased. So this just then again shows that TikTok is a platform that's currently dominating like the social media space, and it's definitely something you wouldn't want to miss out for your small business. So right now we'll be going over why TikTok is important for your small business, and we'll be stating 3 solid points as to why it's important for your business. The first point is you can be personal with your brand. So with a platform like TikTok, it's a platform that prioritizes being authentic, which is something that should be consistent around all social media platforms. But with TikTok, it actually pushes individuals and businesses to be more authentic with the kind of content they create. It's also a platform where you can actually connect with your consumers, your followers, or your community in a more personal level. So with TikTok, you can put like a face behind your brand. So it's important that for you to know that people actually shop with people. So as a small business, it would be nice for your potential customer to see the face behind the brand. And platforms like TikTok do encourage you to do so because they tend to like push people's content that are more personal. Another point is you can reach new people organically. So with a platform like TikTok, they encourage you to create content that can be pushed organically. So this simply means that you don't need to rely on paid advertising once you first start off your TikTok page, because TikTok is a platform where little to no followers is the priority. So you don't need like 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers to reach people. As long as you're creating good content and you're consistent with it, the TikTok platform would be very beneficial for your business. As we go a bit deeper to this presentation, I'll be showing you how you can reach new people a lot faster with TikTok's free business tools as well. So the third point is you have various ways to create content. So like we previously mentioned, TikTok is a platform that prioritizes short form video. So it's important to know that with the short form videos, there are various ways you can repurpose those videos and communicate with your audience. For example, you can create short form videos as regular videos, or you can use those short form videos to reply to customer questions rather than maybe leaving a comment to them. This builds more engagement for your brand, and this also makes your target customer always come back to your page. And we'll also be discussing this particular business tool because it's a new feature that TikTok also came up with on their platform. So now we'll be talking about how to optimize your TikTok business account, and also tell you all about the difference between having a TikTok business account versus having a personal TikTok account, because those two are different. And if you want to start like promoting your business on TikTok, it's important that you have a TikTok business account activated as opposed to a personal account, so that you do not miss out on the tools they offer like business account, because it's very different. So now you may ask, why do you need a TikTok business account? So according to TikTok, having a TikTok business account simply means it offers performance metrics, audience insights, and creative tools that empower businesses to think like marketers, but act like creators. So with this point here, it's very nice to see that with a platform like TikTok, they're basically trying to encourage creators like you, small businesses like you, to use the platform to your advantage. So they have created tools and resources that can make you act as marketers for your business. So that way it's easy for you to promote your business to your customers and to your followers, and particularly build an online presence through video form. So in this next slide, this is basically a breakdown of the important things you need to consider, whether you have a TikTok account, whether you're creating a new one, or whether you intend to create a TikTok account for business. So the first diagram here, you see it's labeled 1 to 5. So with the first point, to have like an optimized TikTok account, it's important for you to build a bio. So your bio would consist of two main things, because TikTok does have like limited characters as opposed to maybe platforms like Instagram. So you would want to put keywords in your bios that would attract your potential customer and that would drive them to check what you have to offer for your business. So I would advise you to put your unique selling point there. So what is your business's main focus, as well as maybe put a call to action, like maybe telling them to subscribe to your mailing list, or telling them that you offer maybe different payment methods. So another point is to have like a bio link. In this section, you can put a direct link to your website, or sometimes some business accounts do put like a link builder. So that link builder would have like a list of different sections on your website. This way it's easy for people to navigate through your website. Then the third point is to optimize your page name. This is very important because this is what Google would pick up when people maybe search for your brand online. So this way your TikTok account is ranking with your business page when people maybe search for you online, or you can put common keywords that are associated with your business. And another thing is to also update your email section, because on TikTok, for a business account, you can actually add your email. So when people click on the email button over here, they get redirected to send you an email. So it's very important that you switch to a business account, because if you do have a personal account and you're posting content for your business, a lot of these features would not be activated for you. So the fifth point is your social media button, which is what we have here as number 5. So with the TikTok platform, you have the option to link your existing Instagram account for your business or your YouTube account. So this is very beneficial, because then you can cross promote all your social media channels all in one space on your TikTok page. Also, another thing to consider is two important things. This is the performance metric that we previously spoke about. So the first thing is TikTok's discovery page, which is similar to Instagram. So with this discovery page, this is where you can stay up to date with the latest happenings on the platform. And you can actually see what is trending, like maybe the hashtags that are trending or the sounds that are trending. This is what we'll be talking about in the presentation as well, and how you can take advantage of these things. So it's important that you study this, because this will differ depending on the niche of your small business. So, and it's actively changing every single day. So think of the TikTok's discovery page as like a news page where you get like the latest insight to what is happening in the world and as well happening on the TikTok platform. You also have your analytics, where you can track like the performance of your videos. So if you're ever curious where most people are watching your videos from, or you want to see what drove the most traffic, if people shared your content, the TikTok analytics is very good to break down that metric for you. And this is only available if you have a TikTok business account. So once again, if you have a personal account and you're using that to promote your business, you wouldn't be able to have access to features like this. So for our next point, it's TikTok ideas for your small business. So I know as a small business, it could be very overwhelming to think about ideas on what to post and how to post your TikTok videos. So in this presentation, we've come up with 6 ideas that you can use. So this is idea 1, our story. And once again, these ideas that are stated here, they're actually clickable. So you would have access to this presentation and you can go ahead and click on them so you can get like some inspiration on how to create this type of content. And once again, these types of content ideas that will be listed aren't one-time content ideas. These are content ideas you can reuse and repurpose as much as you want, just to get your brand or business out there. Because as a small business or as a business in general, it's always good to communicate what you stand for and what your business is about, like in every post. So idea one is our story. So you can give like you can create like a short form video on why your brand started, where you're based, because this way you can connect with your customers on a more personal level. Another idea is meet the team or meet the founder. So if you're a small business operating with maybe 5+ employees or 2+ employees, meeting the team would be nice, because the consumer would like to see who is behind the brand, how the behind the scenes process of maybe getting your orders fulfilled, who is in charge of that. So meet the team or meet the founder is a very good content idea that works well for a lot of small businesses on TikTok. Another idea is packing orders. So this is something that it looks very simple and very quick to create, but trust me when I tell you that packing orders is a content idea that works pretty well for a lot of small businesses, because this excites your potential customer, and for them to see how you go through the process of packing their orders or fulfilling their orders would definitely attract them and get them to always come back to your TikTok account. Another idea is creating educational content. So educational content can be in form of things related to your product or your service, or you can create educational content in general, because a lot of people go to the TikTok platform to learn new things. So that's very important when creating content. Another idea is day in the life, so like a behind the scenes. So I would recommend you use this as a way to show your target customer or your potential customer what you do aside of running the business, or a behind the scenes of you getting ready to run your business. So that's a typical theme that a lot of small businesses use on TikTok. So incorporating this into your TikTok ideas for your business it's a good start. And the last idea is how-to videos. This can be used in any industry or any niche. And also another thing is, with how-to videos, this will be very beneficial for storefront businesses. So if you have like a physical storefront, and let's say like your your storefront isn't in a place where it's easy for people to find, or you just want to create like a video on how people can find you, how-to videos do very well, because they get to see a behind the scenes of how it feels like to get to your storefront. So that's like an exciting video idea, because you want to keep your customers or your followers engaged. So creating how-to videos like that would be very good. So now we're going to talk about examples of TikTok business tools that you can use for your small business. These are like tools we previously mentioned in the previous slides, but we'll be taking a deeper dive as to how it will help your business and why you should always pay attention to them whenever you create TikTok videos, or whenever you're planning to create TikTok videos. So the first business tool is using relevant hashtags. So as I previously discussed on the TikTok's discovery page, that's where you can see the trending hashtags. So every business would have a different niche. So you would want to do some research on what is trending in your business's niche for the hashtags. So incorporating hashtags to your TikTok videos, which we will show in the live demo, is very important to increase brand awareness on the TikTok platform. The second business tool is to use trending sounds. This is something a lot of people tend to neglect, because trending sound is actually the key to most people's videos going viral. I'm sure you've heard of people's videos going viral, or people maybe surpassing a large amount of views and they have like a low amount of followers. Trending sounds is the key. But one thing to pay attention to is that as a business TikTok account, yes, as a business TikTok account, there are certain sounds that you can't use because it's strictly for commercial use. So you would have to pay attention to the types of sounds people are using on, let's say, the For You page. So that's TikTok's Explore page, as we have previously mentioned, and see what maybe other small businesses are using, because if small businesses are using similar sounds, this just simply means you're all on a TikTok business account and you too can use those trending sounds. And there are a lot of people who make like remixes of original sounds on the TikTok platform. So some of those sounds could be eligible for small businesses, but some sounds can be used just because your TikTok account is a business page and it's only for, you can be used for commercial purposes. So commercial purposes meaning like you can't use it because you're creating content, like you're marketing like your business. So TikTok doesn't allow the use of that. Same thing with Instagram as well. Another feature is reply with video feature. So this feature is a new feature that came up on TikTok back in 2021. This feature is a perfect way for your business to connect and build an online community. So instead of like responding to comments by typing, you can actually create a reply with video. This way, you can connect with your customers and your followers on a personal level, and it actually shows you're acknowledging their feedback or their point of view or their perspective. So instead of always trying to respond to comments by maybe typing, you can use a reply with video feature because it's like you're creating more content for your business, and this way you get to have multiple content ideas just based on answering one person's question. Additionally, there are other TikTok tools that were launched a while back in 2021, and there are three important ones that small businesses are actively using right now on TikTok. The first one is going live, which is similar to Instagram, but with TikTok's live feature, you're able to build brand loyalty and trust. It shows there's a real person or team involved. So it's important to know that TikTok it's a fairly new platform, and it's constantly changing every single day. So as we speak right now, there might be some other update that is happening, which is why we encourage a lot of small businesses to hop on the platform now that things are slowly coming together, so that when it gets more crowded, it won't be so hard to grow on the platform, because they're constantly updating the platform with tools so that businesses like you can succeed. The second point is creating stories. So similar to Instagram stories, this is a perfect way for businesses to show behind the scene content to their customers. So for example, you don't want to post like an actual TikTok video, you can use the stories feature to just show a behind the scenes process of how you're creating content for your TikTok, or maybe showing them like how you plan the day for your business, or behind the scenes of how you package your orders. Another point is using Q&A stickers. So this is a new tool that TikTok just introduced. So using the sticker tool increases the reach of your TikTok business account. Plus, it also serves as an educational tool for your customers. So just like Instagram, TikTok does have Q&A stickers. So this is another tool that was launched a while back in 2021. So now we're reaching the end of this presentation, but before we go into the live demo, there are 3 E's to consider when promoting your business on TikTok. The first E is entertain, the second one is educate, and the third one is engage. And we'll be going a bit deeper into why these 3 E's are important when you're trying to plan content for your TikTok page. So entertain. So it's important to know that, as we discussed, being on TikTok is all about connecting with your audience. So when you're creating content, you should create content with the mindset that you're speaking to another human being, because people like when people are relatable, and that's what the TikTok platform is all about, being relatable and entertaining people as well. When you hear the word entertainment, it may seem like on TikTok it's just like dance videos, which is how the platform started, but a lot of businesses are taking advantage of the platform in a way that they incorporate the trends into their business. So when creating TikTok videos, it's important that as a small business, you should tap into the emotions of your audience and create content that would make them want to be interested in your business, because tapping into a customer's emotion is it's like the breakthrough for them to want to see what your business has to offer. And also, when creating entertaining content, you do not want to solely focus on just promoting your product. It's good to have some flexibility and be versatile with the type of content you create. Yes, the main reason for having the account is to promote your business, but it's always good to have different types of content that can also add value to your potential customers' life as well. The second point is educate. So when creating like a TikTok video, it's important to know that besides showcasing your physical product, you can also use your product or your service and educate people about them. If your product or service is solving a problem, which it should be, this is what you would want to do when creating your TikTok content. So show your potential customer why they need your product and how it can improve maybe their standard of living. If it's like maybe like a skincare company, show them how it can solve their issue. If it's a service-based company, you would want to show them how your service can improve like their everyday life. Because once you tap into educational content, your potential customer would want to keep coming back to your page. And also, people are intrigued when they come across educational content like what we discussed, like how-to videos or quick tips. So channeling educational content when creating your TikTok videos for your business is key to also growing your page and also attracting new faces. The third point is engage. So when creating TikToks, it's important that you engage with your customers. And I know, let's say if you first start your TikTok business page and you don't have any followers, or you don't have you don't have anybody on there, when you keep creating content and also engaging with people's videos and maybe answering questions, this can be a form of engagement. So if you're not actively engaged on your personal page, which is your TikTok business account, you can engage with other accounts. This way it drives more traffic to your business, because then again, TikTok is a social media platform, so you want to be social with the platform. You wouldn't want to just be posting content. You also want to engage with other pages that are either related to yours or similar, or find your target audience on by searching for them and seeing like what they're most likely interested in. You can also use this as a method to study like your target customer, so you have an idea of what types of pages they're usually active on. Also, when creating engaging content, the type of content you create sets the foundation for your business. So first impressions do matter. So when you're creating your TikTok videos, always have that mindset that your first impressions matter, and the person that might be seeing this may not know your business, because TikTok's algorithm, which is like the way they push content out, is very, very organic. So they push it out to people that may most likely be interested in your business, which is why we want to take content creation very serious, because content is king. And in this day and age, video content is what is really capturing the attention of consumers. So before the live demo, we do have 4 key takeaways for today from what we've discussed in this presentation. So the first key takeaway is TikTok has a niche for everyone. The second key takeaway is small businesses can build their brand online organically, so you do not need to rely on paid advertising because TikTok's platform alone, the organic reach is very very beneficial for your business. Another key takeaway is TikTok is a great platform for brand awareness and finding new customers. And lastly, TikTok's business tools are a great marketing machine at no cost. So with all that has been said, we'll be doing a live demo of how to create a TikTok video, and we'll be doing this through the perspective of we'll do this through this perspective of like an iPhone or a phone in general, because most TikTok videos are best created like on the phone because that's the only way you can actually create them. So that's what we'll be doing for this live demo. So I'll just be switching my screen. Second. Let's see. Okay. Let me know if you can all see my screen in the comments. It's just taking some time to load. Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so we'll be doing a live demo of the TikTok creation. And during this live demo, we'll also showcase the step by step. So just let me know if you can see my screen now. Proceed. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So first of all, this is how the TikTok platform would look like on an actual iPhone, and this is how the home screen looks when videos are posted. Well, for the purpose of today's presentation, I'm just going to be showing you some key elements you would need to consider when, especially when you've never used TikTok before, or if you do have like a TikTok account. So this plus button here is how you're going to create your TikTok content. So when you click this plus button here, it would lead you to the page where you create your videos, which is what we're going to show in the next slide. So on TikTok, you have the option to upload content from your device, or you use the actual TikTok platform to create your content. So you can, can you see this second slide where it says upload content from your device library? Okay. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so this is the second point, which says upload content from your device library or use the TikTok camera. So as you can see in this presentation, I'm just going to take it back here. 1 second. Okay, so this is the second point, upload content from your device library or use the TikTok camera. So as you can see in this live demo, you have the option to actually create your content on the TikTok platform, or if you feel like you're not comfortable with using TikTok itself to create your videos, you can create your content on your iPhone camera or your whatever phone you're using, and then you can upload that content onto TikTok, because some people prefer to record their video outside the platform and edit it as opposed to using TikTok. But when you use TikTok's platform, you can actually cut your videos quickly, and it's a lot faster because everything is just done within the platform. So as you can see, I am just here adjusting the limit as to when the video should start recording. So you can set timers. So this way, this is how people get to record their content by themselves, because no one, let's say like you don't have someone there to help you. So being able to take advantage of tools like TikTok's timer, which is this button over here, that's how you can record your videos by yourself. So the next point is taking advantage of TikTok sounds, effects, filters, or other camera tools. So as you can see in this live demo, I am here typing out what the video content is all about. So using text is very good on the TikTok platform, because this way people, even before people play your video, they're able to get like an idea of what the video is all about. So this is a behind the scenes of how to include text, and this is where text is found. Most of these features are usually located at the side, which was what was showcased in the previous video. And also over here, you can see that you can adjust clips, you can use voice effects, you can do voiceovers, you can also include captions. With this feature, it's really good to use captions when you're talking and you need somebody to read the text. Let's say someone can't exactly hear what you're saying. You can include captions. This way, whatever you're saying, TikTok is able to convert your words into actually written words. So this was a new feature that was introduced because it wasn't there before. And also another feature is that you can also trim your videos. Let's say like you don't want a specific clip in your video, you can trim it as well. And you can also adjust the volume of the video and the sound you added to the video as well. And you can also include filters if you want. So all these tools, it would depend. You don't have to use all of them at the same time. So this will just depend on like what you're trying to achieve with your video. And below is where you add like your sounds, effects, text, and stickers. As we discussed, as business accounts, you may now have access to all the sounds. So in order to see what types of sounds you have access to, you can just click on the sounds button over here, which is underneath at the bottom portion of your phone, and you can see sounds that are available to you. If you don't want to use the sounds that are here and you would like to explore more sounds, I would advise going over the For You page, which is TikTok's, which we're going to show now, is TikTok's discovery page, where you can see other content creators using sounds that may be eligible for your TikTok business account. So we're just going to go to the next slide. So this slide is showcasing, this is the front end of how to publish your content, so including your captions and including trending hashtags. So with the hashtags, this will depend on your business's niche, like I said, and most popular ones are like the FYP hashtag or For You. These are just typically used when you want to really push your content out there. So the hashtags, there's no one way to use hashtags, so you would have to be very maybe mindful of the ones you use, just depending on what your video is about. So this will depend on what your video is about. A lot of people also use like the small business hashtags, especially when you're first starting, so that they can get their content out there. But this is just how the framework of TikTok looks like. So you include your hashtags over here and your caption. There's a limited amount of characters you can use, so you don't want to make this portion too long, so you can include your hashtags. You can also tag people on here as well, and you can also link. This is a new feature that TikTok also introduced. You can link your older videos to your caption, which is a good way to cross promote your TikTok content. So I will just play this. So this is just a behind the scenes of how you can make adjustments to the caption, and this is how it would look when you publish it. So this is the For You page like we spoke about, and when your content is done, it will automatically upload here. So you're going to see that content get published right now. So this is how it looks on the TikTok platform. And as you can see, the sound that was used here was the one available for a TikTok business account. So that's the one that was used here. Another thing is that with the sounds, you never know which one is like the most popular. But another way to find out if people are using the sound is to just click on, it's like a disc-like icon. So when you click on it, you can actually see the other accounts that have used that particular sound. And yes, that's it for the demo. And these are the additional resources we have. Like I mentioned, you would have access to this presentation, both the live demo as well as the actual presentation itself. So thank you all for listening today. And if you have any questions, kindly let me know. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that presentation, Emanuela. So we do have a few questions that came through. I guess we can get started. So someone's asking that a lot of trending sounds aren't approved for commercial use. Do you have any suggestions for that?
Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, so when you transition to like a TikTok business account, you're limited to the amount of sounds that you can use. So what I do recommend for small businesses when they're trying to look for sounds is to go over your For You page, because TikTok would typically recommend accounts that are similar to yours. So you can actually use the sounds they are using, because if they can use those sounds and their business accounts, you can also use those sounds. So that's like a fast way to find trending sounds when you don't want to manually like start searching. You can just use sounds other people are using, because if it's on your For You page, which is TikTok's discovery page, if it's showing there, it means that that sound is probably trending. So you can just tap into what they're using, and you can actually save those sounds. So let's say you want to use it for a later date, you can go to like your favorites and the sound will be there just waiting for you, and you can always use it as much as you want.
Okay, and is there any way for you to use your own sounds on a video?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Is there a way for you to use your own sound on a TikTok video?
Yes, yes. So for example, let's say you want to upload a video, like you didn't create the video on TikTok and you want to upload it from your photo library, you can actually have your own sound. That's the only way. So the music has to be edited with the video you're uploading. You can't pick like from your Apple Music the sound. You can't do that, because the purpose of TikTok, like limiting the sounds, is so that people can't just use any type of sound from anywhere. So if you want to bring like your sound from like an external video, it's better to like edit the video with the sound and just upload it on TikTok. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And what about any tips on getting comfortable in front of a camera?
Yeah, that's a really good question. When you first start, you wouldn't always be comfortable speaking from experience, and you don't have to show your face in your first video, because there are a lot of videos where people, as a small business, they don't show their face at first, because it does take a while to adjust to just, actively putting yourself out there in form of video. But I would say start small. Start with, even if it's videos you don't want to speak, like you don't want to talk, start with like trends, maybe trends that say, oh, introducing like the business owner. If you don't want to speak and like maybe you're a bit shy, you can use texts to communicate like who you are. From there you start to build confidence, because people are probably asking more questions about you and your business. So that's like my own advice.
Yeah, and I guess even if you don't want to like speak in the video, you would just want to share your content, you can also do like a voiceover too, right? Afterwards at
Yes,
the end.
voiceover,
So if you're more
yes.
comfortable doing that.
Yes.
Okay. Another question. Can you edit a video if it's already uploaded?
No, you can't edit it once it's uploaded. So once it's uploaded, that's like the final result. You don't have any option to make any changes to the video. Yeah.
Mhm. So similar to the live demo that you did, can you give us an idea of how long it would take to do a TikTok like that?
So if you for the video that was shown in the live demo, so it does take some time just because you're probably going to, if you're doing it yourself, you would have to keep on going back and forth to like set the timer. But one good thing that TikTok has done, because they used to only have 30-second videos and 60-second videos, now you have up to 3 minutes. So you can upload either 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 1 minute, or 3 minute videos now. So what you can do is just make use of the timer feature, because with the timer you are able to split your videos. So let's say you don't want to record all the videos in one day, you can split it and then you can save it to your drafts. And let's say like you're maybe tired and you don't have time to complete that video, you can do it the next day or something like that. But most people like to get everything done on the same day. But with the platform like TikTok, like a lot of people don't create content like at one time. You can split it depending on how you want to edit it. And yeah, it's basically like a platform where you don't have to do everything at the same time. You have that leeway to save it as a draft and come back and always use it. So there's no one specific time. It just depends on like your comfort level and how you want to edit the video.
Okay, awesome. So let's say you do create a video on TikTok. Are you able to download it and use it on other social media platforms?
Yes, that's a good question. So once you upload the video, you have the option to share it across like your IG stories. So there's a button where you can share it to IG stories, your WhatsApp, Twitter, like all social media platforms, so you can repurpose the content. And another tip, because I just want to give you another tip for this question. So if you notice, there's some people who, like, let's say you go on like a platform like Instagram and you see them repurposing like their TikTok content, and you don't see like maybe the, what's it called, the watermark of their TikTok video. So what they typically do, there are two methods people do, but the method I would advise you to use is basically just going on Google and just type TikTok downloader, something like that, and then you can see a feature where you just copy and paste the link of your TikTok video and it will download it without the watermark, and you can use it on Instagram. Because this way it saves you more time. You don't need to start creating like, let's say, content for Instagram, content for TikTok. It may seem a bit overwhelming for you. So that's another way to use your TikTok content, posting it on other social media platforms so people can see your content as well.
So let's say that the downloader didn't work and the watermark was still showing. Is that an issue to have that on other social media platforms?
So, well, there's no proof, but what I've heard is that when you have the TikTok watermark and you upload it on like Instagram, the video doesn't do well. I don't know how true that is, but that's what people do say online. But if the watermark is there and you're uploading it on any other social media platform, that's fine, like Pinterest or Twitter, like that's fine. But if you do not want the watermark to show, we can always attach the link to the source I'm talking about, and you could implement that into your business. So you can always cross promote. Yeah.
Okay. So a follow-up question to that, do you suggest not posting same videos on TikTok and Instagram? Is it better to keep content different on different platforms?
That would be a personal preference, but it's important for you to know that people on Instagram may not have a TikTok account, so they may not likely see your content on TikTok at all. So you shouldn't view it as repeating your content. You should basically view it as a way of just getting your content to reach new people. Because like on Instagram, Reels, for example, is a new feature that's rolling right now. And the content they push it out to is people that don't follow you. So those people who use Reels may not be on TikTok, or they have a TikTok account and they don't use it. So you should see it as a way of just constantly trying to reinforce your brand message or what you stand for, because that's something that will never stop. So just view it as just, reiterating who you are and what your business is. So it just depends. It's a personal preference, but it will save you a lot of time, especially if it's like you don't have a large marketing team and you're trying to, just take advantage of any form of content.
Yeah, definitely. And I think especially as a small business owner, your time is already being split between a number of tasks. And if you're, doing your marketing yourself,
Mhm,
it probably is best to just keep your content consistent, at least
mhm.
when you start off. Okay, so next question. When setting up TikTok business account, can you use your name or own your business name? So this person does not have a personal TikTok account yet, and they're just trying to decide which account to start first.
Okay, that's a good question. So on the live demo I just showed you now, that's actually that was a personal page converted to a business account. So that's why you saw it had my name. But if like let's say you're the founder and you're the owner of your business, you can this is just like it's not compulsory to do this, but this is what I would advise someone who has already built like their brand using their personal page and how you can kind of convert it to a business page. So I would advise you, like we spoke about in the optimization, you can change your page name or tagline to the name of your business, but your handle can still remain your name or something like that. And then the tagline is basically like what Google would pick up in the search engine. So that's something you can change. And then you can leave your username the way it is, but you also have the option to change it. But it's just that, let's say if you've linked your name, if you've linked that TikTok account that had your previous handle somewhere, if someone clicks that link, it will be a broken link, which is why I would just advise you change the tagline because that's what is searchable. It's not, your username isn't as searchable as the tagline. So I would say just maybe optimize the tagline with your business name. And if you don't want to start a new page, and let's say you want to build your customers or your audience from your personal page, you can do that. And maybe in the future, if you just want like a personal page for your brand, like a personal business account, you can do that. But this method, I would advise it to people who are actively always the face of their brand and they're the ones promoting the content. But if you feel like you're not always going to be the one promoting your stuff, then maybe have a separate account dedicated for your business.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So next question. How can you delete a video uploaded that you no longer want?
Yes, so on the TikTok platform, there are these three dots, which was also showcased in the live demo. You can delete your video that way, or you can archive the video. So let's say you feel like you might put it back, or you don't want to completely delete the video, you can archive it the same way you can archive post on Instagram, and then you can put it back if you want, but you have the option to delete your videos as well.
Okay. And are you able to speak about a bit more about monetizing your account and the TikTok Creator Fund and whether or not that's available in Canada?
So for that, that's not something I'm too experienced with, but I do know it's not anyone that's just selected for that. And for the Creator Fund, I'm not too sure about this, but I believe it's available for creators and not business accounts. So those are two different things. The Creator Funds would be for accounts that are for creators and not businesses. But
Mhm.
that's something you can check on TikTok's website just to get a more in-depth analysis of how that works in Canada because it's a new thing that just came out.
Yeah, so as of right now, it isn't available in Canada, but they're saying that it will be coming in the coming months soon. Okay. So are you able to boost or pay to advertise videos on TikTok?
Yes, you can do that, but I do advise that when you first start, you don't go straight to making like ads or advertising, especially as a small business. But when creating these types of advertisements, it's best to use your laptop to do that because I know TikTok does have like the ability to boost posts the same way like Facebook has that. But then again, you wouldn't want to do that because you're only limited when you're just boosting. So if you are really interested in doing like TikTok advertising, it would be best to do it straight from your laptop. And also another thing is if you do have like, let's say your Shopify store and you want to promote your TikTok page, Shopify offers TikTok as a new sales channel. So you can actually link your TikTok to your Shopify account. That's something a lot of businesses are now doing. So, because that way it just has everything your store sells and things like that. But it should be done through a laptop, not your phone, if
Mhm.
you're trying to set it up.
Okay, awesome. And someone's mentioned that you talked a bit about the four E's and the breakdown of the four E's. So how much time for each E should you record?
So for instance, you can use the E's as a focus. So I wouldn't say putting all three E's in one video. They might just naturally just come up, but instead just use one of the E's. So if your goal is to entertain, your main focus is to entertain, and maybe along the way you're probably educating and engaging your customers. So just focus on one E when creating the video, and naturally the remaining ones would probably come in, but just have one of them as your main focus while creating your videos. It's a lot easier that way.
And if I could add, just make sure like when those four E's are being created, like it matches to your brand
Mm-hmm.
tone and just your brand in general. If your brand is just not known for being like humorous, or that's not the side of your brand, then don't create like content that's like funny or anything like that. Just make sure it still matches your tone. I think that's super important. It's just like a kind of a foundation to like thinking of content ideas for your brand.
Awesome. So in terms of analytics and insights, how do you analyze the age, timing, and preferences of audiences on TikTok?
Okay. So during the live demo we did show like a screenshot of how the stats look like. So when you create like your first video and it's under a TikTok business account, it would take some time for TikTok to start like grabbing that kind of information. I would say give it like a day or two before those metrics like come up. But I would say with the metrics it's very detailed. So for example, you mentioned like your age group or like the country or something like that. That is something TikTok actually provides. So once the video is has circulated across the platform, you would be able to see these certain metrics. So the metrics you would see are things like where your video came from. So did people find you directly from your page, or did they find you from the discovery page? You can also see the country that most people are coming from and the cities as well. And you can also see the time that the video was mostly viewed, that type of thing. So this would also give you tips on what times to post based on like the content you've already posted. So in order to get like a more accurate like metric, it's important maybe you should have like maybe at least 5 videos so that TikTok can pick up from there and see the constant theme around how your videos are performing. So the metrics are very detailed. It's like it's even more detailed than Instagram just because it's like a video metric. So video metrics are different from like a photo metric. So yeah, that's what I would say about the metrics.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Emanuela. At this time, it is 11:03 a.m., so I will wait a few seconds for any last-minute questions. If not, we will be wrapping up this webinar. Okay, as we have not gotten any questions last minute, just another reminder that a video recording will be sent out afterwards to all our registrants and attendees. And again, thank you, Emanuela, so much for that wonderful presentation. Just another reminder to everyone that we do have our How to Use MailChimp webinar coming up on January 26th, as well as the How to Optimize Your Google My Business page on February 2nd. Again, you can follow us at Mississauga EDO on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn to stay in touch and be informed of these upcoming webinars and events, because we do post them on all our social platforms. So yeah, thank you again, everyone, for coming, and we hope to see you at our How to Use Your MailChimp webinar on January 26th.
Okay, thank you.